Alright, let's carry on.
Ew, first time seeing such a crowd in front of the city hall.
Sure thing.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many non-staff personnel here before.
I mean, I have never been here before, so I guess I'm fine either way.
Most of the people here have applied for an audience, but I heard they've all been turned down. Most people were advised to...
Well, that's fine. It's time that... It's me they're waiting for. Perhaps the magistrate is not there yet. Turned down by who?
Most people were advised to leave by the magistrate's bodyguard upon sending in their applications. The ones staying here are either trying to apply for some other people, or just too stubborn to leave.
Well, either way, it's fine.
The few that made it inside said it only took one freezing look from Lady Sunhua, and they were compelled to leave.
Okay.
What kind of description is that? Sounds like they've met some snake-haired lady and got turned into stone.
Well, perhaps some of the paths were turned to stone and not the whole body.
She's the magistrate's personal bodyguard.
Alright.
I've heard of her before. She's the all-round Death Glare / Terminator Ice Beauty.
My type.
That's what the rumors say, at least.
Okay, so it's only the rumors. That's fine. Perhaps the magistrate is not there yet.
There is a small chance she's not in the city hall, but it's very unlikely for her not to be in Zhengzhou.
And
Or
why is that?
rather, it's nearly impossible for the magistrate to leave Zhengzhou at all.
Like, is magistrates under house arrest or something?
With her busy schedule, it's already difficult to find any time off. In addition, as the magistrate of Zhengzhou, leaving the land under her jurisdiction without authentication is not allowed.
That's so
Unless
strange.
she's engaged on a business trip, or when Zhengzhou's safety is under threat.
Yep, there's gotta be something big if that's the case.
Yeah, and that's something big is me. Okay.
So this is the true confidence of our rover. I agree, though. So far, you've been ticking all the boxes in our magistrate's description.
And one of the boxes says extremely hot. And can holographic messages be pre-recorded?
Sure it can.
Have you thought of something, Rover?
Perhaps the magistrate did not know who her guest was.
You mean...
Still, how does she decide who is her guest and who is not?
I can't really keep up with your thoughts, but I think a meeting with a magistrate wouldn't hurt.
Same
Alright.
here. Anyway, our magistrate's the best lead we have for now, no matter what she has in store for Rover.
Okay, this prompt is different. Let's go for this one. What do you think?
Me? I'm just wondering how to take you, Yang Yang, and Baizhi for some chow after this.
I like the idea of going for some chow straight away and skipping the whole magistrate thing.
But my shift's almost coming up. Don't know if we'll make it.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be
I don't have
fine.
anything particular in mind. It was me who... we took you to Zhengzhou. I think we should keep you company, at least while you're still here.
That's actually very sensible.
Oh, I see.
What do you think, Rover? Are you in a hurry to recover your memories?
I don't know, I just started playing the game. That's a good answer. What really matters is how I live my life and create new memories.
In that case,
In that case...
how about meeting with the magistrate first? She may have the answers you're looking for. We are
I
not allowed to
take
go
it,
with
I take
you.
it.
Shizia and I will be right outside the city hall. We'll be waiting for you.
Oh, that's so nice to hear that.
That's right. We're not going anywhere. Just give us a shout if anything goes down. Wait, no, we won't be able to hear ya. Plus, they've got this rule about not yelling inside the city hall.
That is in case someone asks for help. I guess so.
I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting. Go see for yourself.
I guess off we go. Well, I guess the game wants me to go in there. What is this? I mean, it's a vase. Can I break that? Okay, I don't think I can. Can I talk to this? Can I do anything at all?
Please, follow me.
Sure thing. Why can I not RP walk, by the way?
Kindly have a seat.
Over there? Sure.
Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly.
Okay. You're kinda cute. Well, I guess my power level is too high. What do you have for me? Say something. Like, I don't want to skip the cutscenes.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate.
Hello?
I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift.
Is it a cookie?
Madam Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner. I
Sure thing.
apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time.
In 3 days real time or 3 days in-game time? And why 3 days?
Because she will require at least 3 days to complete her current task.
Why did I not think of that?
Madam Magistrate wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'll be sure to convey your kindness to Madam Magistrate. Please accept my sincerest gratitude.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Yes, Madam Magistrate does hope to have your assistance, but there is no rush for a decision. She does not want to pressure you into anything you may not desire. We invite you to learn about our situation before making a final commitment.
If you say so. Got it. How were you certain I was the guest?
Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional.
I heard many people were politely asked to leave. And by politely she means where they were beaten up.
Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings.
And let me guess, you
Rather,
don't see
those
my frequency.
frequencies are the only thing I can see.
She's a weirdo.
You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate.
What does my frequency look like? I mean, darling, you could just go back and watch the VOD, right, and see your own frequency.
You look undistorted and authentic, in your original form. In my eyes, you appear the way you are.
What do the frequencies of others look like?
They all look different.
And that's the narrator saying, that's a bad question. That I shouldn't be asking. And do I just get kicked out or something?
May I have your terminal for a moment?
What do you want to do?
I need your terminal for access pass authorization. In the meantime, I will configure the latest utility modules for you.
Cool beans.
Madam Magistrate thought you might need it.
Hand it over, I guess? I waited for a moment.
The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and grapple, should be fully functional.
Hello, this game has grappling?
You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon. You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou.
So no more annoying paperwork.
Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou?
I just arrived. I have no idea where the residences even are.
If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall.
Is it the bench somewhere in the corner? Well, I actually don't mind. I mean, I don't have any other plans. That sounds extra sus, and this sounds extra sus, so I guess that won't be necessary.
We will be ready to accommodate you anytime.
Oh, that's good to hear. So, a black fruit, which is actually brown, a leaf, a small device, and a sugar pearl. Oh yeah, those are the... What they use these things for? Let's think of it very carefully. So this is some sort of a sundial. This is a condom? Nah. What would that be? So, meet me at 12 o'clock, bring the booze and the weed, and we're gonna have some fun. I think that's the message of the 4 items. Hello?
Anything I can help you with, Rover?
Nothing in particular. I guess now I just have to leave. Can I RP walk now? Ah, I couldn't do that before. Ooh, Union level 3. What do you have to say? Oh, it's Union already. Oh, this looks awesome. What says you?
Rover!
You didn't get murdered in there. How awesome.
It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox?
Yes.
So Madam Magistrate's not in the City Hall.
Exactly. Why the long face Yang Yang?
It sure is.
Shizia. The increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Yeah, stuff is going down.
Plus, the mysterious rover.
Yeah, I planned all of this.
I'm afraid.
There's no need to worry, Jinjo might be in danger before that. What should we get for dinner? I mean, there's no need to worry is probably the nice thing to say.
We've reported to the City Hall, the Ministry of War, and the Academy. We've done everything we can so far.
Exactly.
I mean, this is one long, and we're talking about Jinzhou of all places. It's never actually been safe here over the past thousands of years. We've made it through all those TD outbreaks anyway.
We made it through all those tower defense outbreaks anyway.
We can always trust General Ji Yan, Madam Magistrate, and our Sentinel to have our backs. We're not ones to mess with.
Exactly.
Well said. Do you have any plans, Rover?
That's a 3-day vacation in my books. I mean, okay.
Fair point. A 3-day vacation it is. Let's go chill out then. We'll figure out the tokens when we have the chance. Ooh, reminds me of the tokens of love in those stories. It sounds like you're off to a secret date or something. What is our magistrate planning to do with these token puzzles?
I mean, tokens of love in those stories, and I think that's exactly what I said at the start. And maybe she's looking for a soulmate.
A soulmate? Hmm.
And apparently the magistrate is playing for another team.
So, Madam Magistrate left some hidden clues in her tokens. Clues that only the right person would be able to decipher.
Exactly.
But Rover has lost all memories and would likely forget any kind of decryption method they agreed on. It doesn't quite make sense. Or maybe she is trying to make Rover notice something else.
I already have everything figured out.
Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
Absolutely, go ahead.
So, what's so special about them?
Take the candy.
A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls. But I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
How long ago?
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes the nurse lady would hand out candies like this as a prize for being good.
Actually, don't all the nurses do that?
But what does it mean as a token?
Like as the magistrate finds me extremely sweet?
It seems like
It's a
It's
sundial.
a horological device that tells time by using sunlight's direction.
Now, of course, the trick to it is to place it the wrong way up.
Sundials in Huanglong usually have marked lines for the 12 shichuns in a day, and every shichun is 2 hours long, with some showing seasons or months. The design of this sundial looks a bit unusual, though.
I mean, it doesn't show time, it shows some sort of horoscope and has a spike in it. I guess I have to put the candy onto the spike or something?
On this sundial, time seems to be represented by the 12 earthly branches, drawn on the outer ring of its surface. And its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. These are the 4 famous auspicious beasts in Huanglong's folklore. They are believed to protect people from all 4 directions under heaven. Generally, the teal long represents the east, the white tiger stands for the west, the vermilion bird stands for the south, and finally, we have the black tortoise for the north.
And I think this is the usual in the Eastern folklore. Real world, not the video game.
It seems this sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how could it work when there is not a compass attached? Not to mention, the lack of sunlight basically renders it useless.
Now let's get back to the sugar candy theory.
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power.
Exactly, sugar candy helps.
The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
Weed.
I think I can feel something from it.
The vibes.
Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either.
Well, that's unfortunate. The black fruit.
This is a mangosteen fruit.
Looks like a gourd of booze. Or a grenade.
Mangosteens are not native to Zhengzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers have greatly improved the situation in recent years, but still.
And that's all.
So Zhixia and I share similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Rover?
Well, actually, that doesn't ring a bell. I never ate anything like this.
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
Well, let's go look around. Hey, little girl, do you recognize this candy?
I don't have candy like that.
Oh, they have voiceovers for kids as well.
But
That's
I've
good to
got
know.
this. It's really good. You can have one.
So one is normal and the other one is T-posing. Thank you, but why?
Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
How do you know I'm a guest? I got another kind. Candy spells riddle. Okay.
There's still some distance to the Huashu Academy. Let's see who reaches there faster.
Okay.
Yang just installed some apps for you, remember? Just look for the one that's called Utilities on the terminal.
Alright. Utilities. T. Use T to grapple. I expect it to be a G, but sure.
See?
What are you grappling
Just open
to?
the See?
What exactly are you grappling to? Like, is there stuff in literally be there?
See? Just open the Utilities, select the grapple, and there you go. If you want to be a hero like the Jinzhou Speedster, you've gotta master the grapple. Oh, wait a sec. Someone's looking for me. Yeah? What? When did he disappear? Don't worry. It's alright. I'll be right there. Duty calls. Oops. Almost forgot. Can't be late. Sorry, Rover, Yang Yang. I've gotta head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, alright?
Are you not like going to sleep or something?
If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinzhou Speedster, will be there in a sec.
For real, and who's Ma Xiaofang?
Stop! Stop! Don't call me that!
I think it's a Chinese some sort of reference.
Anyway,
I don't
I gotta
understand it.
go. You guys okay on your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Alright.
Sure, go do your thing. Don't worry, I'm staying with him.
Don't worry, I'm staying with her is written, but the text was I'm staying with him.
Rover,
The game knows.
let's go inside.
Yeah, let's go inside. Oops, someone's late.
To my message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortifi from the Department of Safety. Baizhi once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us get in touch with Baizhi, but, it seems we've caught him at a bad time.
Hello, love.
Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
Shall we?
What? You need something?
Well said.
I refuse to tolerate the foolish striving of those insatiable slugs. Since it's difficult for our research to deal with a man like him, I'd rather handle it personally and swiftly.
Go ahead, love.
And you are?
I am me.
Mr. Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion. We are friends of Baizhi, and we're here to look for her.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
You did, and now you have to pay for it.
Not at all. It was...
Baizhi should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the New Federation, and he joined the Washu Academy a few years ago. I heard his talent is truly impressive. People say he's a bit scary at first glance, but he's actually quite kind-hearted once you get to know him. Shizia told me he's quite popular with the kids. Children have been pestering him for all kinds of fancy toys, and he's always open to their requests.
Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis, and we'll have the results today. I have the equipment for your physical examinations ready too.
Ah, I remember about the cavity search.
Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
Some kids gave me candy. I don't know why, but I'm suspicious.
What do you think, Baizhi?
Dot dot dot.
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have.
So, like, in the... Do I just select them? That's actually a straightforward solution.
Data is always straightforward.
Yeah, it's just
The
data
first
numbers.
3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite Studies related branches.
Yeah, that's the field Mortify specializing, isn't it?
Yes, Mortifi is the branch of Tacitite Weaponry's head within the Department of Safety. One moment, please.
That's convenient.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes, and the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after that. Take a right, and you'll find me in the testing room.
Let's show him all the tokens.
I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember eating sugar pearls like this when you were kids? I don't think I've ever had anything like this in my childhood.
I heard you weren't raised in Hulon?
No, I'm from the New Federation. You
He's
mean
from the
sugar
Russian
pearl might be
Federation.
Unique to Huanglong?
I believe so.
remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like that.
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals, perhaps.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine. Its sweet taste would have made it more palatable to children.
Miss Baija, as a Huanglong local working at the academy, I suppose you already had an idea about what it is?
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification. I wouldn't proclaim any solid answers before confirming the chemical composition of this item with reliable data.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
Okay, I'm going to lick it.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead. I'll let you know once we have the results.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Rover?
Sure.
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that.
I see you later. Oh, okay, might as well just talk to you straight away.
I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready.
Yeah, one moment please, can I ask about...
Do you have any questions before we begin?
Do I have to do this?
Based on the samples collected, the Tacit Discord you defeated was at least an Overlord class. After defeating it, you seemingly absorbed its frequency energy with your bare hands.
Yeah, my groping superpowers. And will there be any kind of side effects?
You have absorbed a very powerful echo with your body. You may seem fine now, but there could be internal changes that are too subtle to see or detect with my resonance ability.
Like, I could be growing a schlong right now.
Based on all the records I can find, humans need a Pengu terminal in order to record or replicate an echo's frequency.
It just proves I'm not a human.
That's why I am quite curious how you could do that.
It's magic, I ain't gonna explain anything.
Do you have any questions before we begin?
What's an echo again?
When a Tacit Discord is eliminated, its frequency energy may linger in the form of an incorporeal manifestation, which is known as a reverberation.
Cool beans.
A resonator's terminal collects and records said reverberations, turning them into echoes that can be directed as desired.
Cool beans.
The combat abilities of these echoes can then be replicated through the terminal's databank module, enabling resonators to use them in battles. Additionally, some echoes' abilities allow resonators to briefly transform into their shapes.
I know, like the Disco Turtle.
Yes, to some extent. Now let's begin, if you're ready.
Yeah, let's
Can
begin.
you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal?
It seems I can't do that.
I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind.
I have a hypothesis. Let's give it a couple of hours and a restroom.
But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy.
So, will I turn into that particular monster?
How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking.
I guess you have to reset my bias, since we're talking about overclocking, and that's
When
computers.
a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking.
You know, if you overclock things, you just overheat, and it just burns out, and you have to buy another one.
Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal.
Cool beans.
You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body.
Sounds like a cool terrarium idea. Sounds like I have a little universe within me. I mean, I guess she's probably pregnant.
A universe. That's a poetic and intriguing comparison.
I mean, judging by the opening sequence, that wouldn't be surprising.
It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still.
Alright. I guess I fight it again? Or something like that?
Enemy's simulated training ground. Don't worry. Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
It's a cool place. I get to this one now. Hello, love. Who are you? Weird tentacle monster. Does it stay, I wonder? And when I switch out, it doesn't stay. What's Q, by the way? Where's this coming from? I don't think I ever had the dog summon. Oh, it's ranged! Oh, it's a healer as well. I guess I'm keeping this girl in my team instead of the ranged one.
Let me be your blade.
Ow. That was painful. Come on, do it again.
Speeding up.
I dare you.
Previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. Now, we will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
That's pretty cool. Now, this dodge reminds me either of Bloodborne or Nier Automata. I played neither, but I guess I know, as most people, I guess. I played them on the YouTubes.
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy.
Oh, hello there.
So it was not your resonance.
Dog. Hit him with a dog attack.
So it will be another round to fully test your potential.
I think I can freeze
Your
them,
blade.
but that's cool.
Swift and resolute.
So the game pauses.
The hour is upon us.
Boom.
Let me be your blade.
Oh, there's another one. Hello, love. Do this again. I dare you. Come on. Do it again.
We have gathered all the data we need.
Hey!
The test is ending soon.
Let's leave.
Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Try to leave.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit?
I'm not a silent protagonist, I can actually speak.
I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening?
The moon is clearly vibing.
Are those tacit discords?
Hello, love.
Rover! Rover! Thank goodness. You're awake by
Ah, you're finally awake.
just now. The connection was suddenly cut off.
Yeah, I was killed by Malenia, Blade of Macula, who has never known defeat.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw?
Yup. Come on, I remember that. Ah.
Can you give us some more details?
An enormous moon phasing in and out of the sky.
An enormous moon looming above you. Now, this reminds me of the unusual sightings that supposedly happened during a past war. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use.
I guess it's just me.
The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres.
Well, question mark. Can it capture the good old days so that you can live in the good old days and not
Our
leave
goal
them?
was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated.
Well, if they're still there, are they really abnormal?
Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured.
And this is to say, I am awesome.
Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation.
I sure did, and it was violent.
I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted from your subconscious in the first place.
I'm a hell of a Kinder Surprise.
I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it.
As spooky goes.
In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good. But if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
Thank you, I will. Convene. Resonate with various resonators and weapons through Convene. It is an efficient way to meet reliable allies and collect powerful weapons. Is that the summoning? I think it's the summoning. Ah. Like, I don't want to press that. Okay. Oh, I had no idea what any of this is. At 20% off, I guess I have to use this. And remaining 50. No, don't purchase anything. Okay, 1. Do I have to do it, by the way? I probably don't want to do it. 4 star above. This is cute. This is cute. It's a guy. Yeah, let's not do the summary just yet. And where do I have to go? This fella.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
What about the other items?
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object.
Ah, it's a hint. I have to mix the other things inside this item.
It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there's a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component.
I guess the key?
We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed.
Impressive analysis.
Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons, but the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll.
Or I could just take an angle grinder and cut it apart.
However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like.
Maybe we should go. Shall I go ask the experts in the field? Well, we can brute force it. You know, the old angle grinder.
Well, that's a no-brainer indeed.
Yeah, no-brainer. Angle grinder. Perfect.
We could certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective mechanism, that is.
We can angle grind that too.
One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way.
Rover, Mr. Mortifee's expression seems to have softened, don't you think?
Yeah, he looks like a purring cat now. He's surprisingly...
We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling.
And he's already started working on it. Arrest, I just especially about solving problems. I mean, if you go into academia, you really are passionate about solving problems, you know, mathematics and whatnot.
It looks like Mr. Mortifee needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate.
Sure thing.
Let's come back later, shall we?
Absolutely. And I guess by later I mean now? And by investigate the surrounding, I think the game means break stuff. Let's break stuff. Or I guess let's find the stuff to break. Ooh, what's this? An unusual device has a complex structure and a groove that can fit an entire arm. It's called a touch, and as you press your arm into it, you feel something sharp and felt a slight pang of pain. Yeah, jam it in.
Rover? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous.
How do you know that? Touch it. Come on. Touch it. Let's break something. Ooh, this looks like flip. I get to flip the table. Let's go. A photo album neatly placed, it seems like it was frequently leafed through, as the cover was slightly curved. A single photo will lay inside, seemingly cut from a newspaper. It depicts a woman in a white coat gazing at an infant, her face hidden from a view by the angle. The paper looks well kept.
Rover, I don't think we'll find what we need here.
Okay. Let's touch something else. What's this, by the way? Ooh, this is shiny. I like shiny. It's a shiny box. Alicia tells that. Filled with random engineered parts. Let's take the 10 size key. Wrench. Let's touch this. Someone's gonna come get me before I turn this whole thing over. You see a shelf filled with an assortment of research materials and books. Feasibility report on cooking tasted discords. And I think there was a mention of it. A Court of Savante Mysteries, Mortis and Tenant Joints in Juan architecture. Also, the shelf creaks under your hand, you try steady it, but it's too late. A wooden block falls squarely onto your foot. And I guess now I trash the place. It's a critical hit!
Rover!
Yeah, my pinky finger is not doing well. Any shinies? Anything else? Anything else I can touch and break? Oh yeah, oh yeah. No shiny. Any shiny here? No. How about the other side? Ooh, shiny, 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 take it. A thread. Why does the Department of Laboratory Evaluation just the lab. What's set to work overtime every day? Lily, the Department of Laboratory Evaluation people are working every day overtime. What's that? Guilt tripping us into working overtime too. I mean, it seems like it's the corporate thing. everywhere. Even in video games now. Holy cow. Yeah, why do they work so late? Are they getting extra overtime reward? And the Green Diver 2727. King of Slavingov. At the department laboratory evaluation just can't seem to hit their target goals despite receiving additional subsidies. They don't even get me started on the Department of Water and Electricity. They're a complete joke. For real. How did you know? Is the lab operation department spawned catching up to the quarter schedule? Do I get to scroll through this? Oh, I do. Third stew. Are these like the orphan accounts? Who is this? I think it's just in-game. In-game. This is funny. Heard they've even offered to test Liu Qing latest product to see if it improves work efficiency. I think it's called something like Lemon Blast. I've heard of that thing. Said to keep you awake all day with just one pill. Oh, said. I wouldn't want that. Orphan account 11. I swear it works. I finished 3 papers in a row with the help of the blasting mints. It DM'd me for the discounted price. First come, first served. Let's say this together. Attachment 11 Blast JPEG. Orphan account, and I guess this game was banned? Just a promotion of trial period medical products is strictly prohibited here. It will result in an immediate ban. Rip, bro. That means strikes. Did I read through all of this? I did. Guess it doesn't remove the light. Is there anything else? Anything else that I should touch? Ah. Just who noticed this is super important guest? That's me. Where's that super important guest who observed echoes with their bare hands? The Department of Laboratory Evaluation is willing to pay big bucks for their cooperation in our projects. Do I get a cut? Oh really, with their hands? No way. And no wonder the magistrate wanted to meet them. How the hell did they achieve that? Dude, imagine having them as a research subject. Oh no. It's gonna set us up for years. Please someone, anyone if you got their contacts. Please someone, anyone if you got their contacts, share them. They're rumored to be showing up at the Huanshu Academy today. But I'm on a field trip. Damn. Y'all gotta treat our guests with respect. Stop acting like a bunch of wackos. Well, I mean, they're a bunch of wackos. Sure, I'll be very polite, so this precious test subject will indeed join our projects. You sound alarmingly creepy, turds. Anyone remember the test of Discord attack from the century ago? Some elite classes actually made it into the city. The then general swooped in with his army and got rid of them. We didn't know how to deal with the leftover reverberations back then. It almost caused a mini wave-worn phenomenon. Then apparently a person with dark hair and golden eyes showed up out of nowhere to absorb all that excess energy with their bare hands, saved the day, and then disappeared without trace. And that's us. That sounds familiar. Our guess must be some big persons then to be able to pull off something familiar. Turds, stew. I mean, this does look like your usual corporate thing. Chit-chat. Okay, now I get into contact with this person. Now I must get into contact with this person. Guys, if you have their number or something, DM me. It's not Discord, guys. Anything else that I can touch? I'm sure I touched most of the things. Like, the science facility is kind of small. Like, there's literally one extra room apart from this one. How do they even work? They have too many screens. It looks like something is broken here. Now.
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial.
Yeah, the sundial.
It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time.
I get it. Clocks have 2 arrows.
Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer.
I can just show it up my...
I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them.
And, I mean, I have no idea who it is, but you're not coming with us.
Division of labor is more efficient in getting things done. Besides, I would like to avoid stepping foot in Jiang Li's workshop ever again. The mere thought of that place brings me migraines.
Cool beans. It doesn't sound like a pleasant place.
Considering its dreadful conditions, I can't agree more. How could he choose to work in such terrible condition? It's like willingly playing a score backwards.
I see. Shall we go and retrieve the parts now, Rover?
Off we go. In the next part, that is.